pretty excited about it because
Same.
I've been just so you guys know at home, we have not taken any look at the schedule. We maybe got a little peek at the preseason. That's about it. This is a fresh reaction. Let me go ahead and put the ticker on right now.
Yeah, it's currently 8:02 p.m., 8:03 actually.
So on May 11th, 2023.
Yep. So the schedule just released 3 hours ago exactly. I've seen a few.
3 minutes. 3 firsts and a third, okay? It makes it
exactly.
3 hours, 3 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, I've seen a few little leaks here and there on Twitter, but I really don't know much about this schedule. Although I do know about the first week of the preseason. So let's just get into that right now.
I've just been trying to steer clear. Let's see here. Let me just make sure that okay, we're still up and recording. All right. Let me share my screen.
Are we going to do the Niners first?
Take your pick.
Yeah, let's do the Niners.
Okay. Share screen. San Francisco 49ers. Okay. Are you able to see it?
I am able to see it. Let's get into it. I know a few things about the Niners schedule that is very interesting to me, and I'll get to that after.
Oh, this is really important. This is presented by United Airlines, and that's all we're going to show for today.
Yeah, that's our only ad.
So the preseason is about the same that every single preseason is. Oh, tickets are out, by the way? Oh,
yeah, once the schedule is out, it is go time.
Well, there goes my affordable tickets.
And that's in Vegas. Okay. Man, I wonder, okay, not to stop us real quick, but if it seems like they're going back to the, annual Raiders versus Niners preseason game, I could be wrong. But that was always a fun thing back when we were kids, was like every year we knew that they were playing in the preseason, and it was like really fun, but then the fans would get heated, fights, yada, yada, so they stopped that.
And then they brought it back because, the NFL just decided to wake up one day and, hey, fights are fun.
Yeah. And yeah. But
you know what? Fuck them.
Who cares?
Yeah.
But my point is, I wonder if they're only going to have them play off in Vegas, because I don't think they've played a preseason game since they've brought this back in Santa Clara. I could be wrong, but it feels like they haven't, because I feel like I would have gone to one of these games by now. Or we would have gone.
You went to a 49er Raider preseason game.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
You went literally just this past year.
No, it was Gruden's. I think it was Gruden's final year. I think it was 2021.
Yeah. No. It was 2021. Yeah. Trey Lance was a rookie, and then the Niners trotted out their dual quarterback system.
Disregard.
And then Trey Lance broke his finger, and that has set him back until now, apparently.
Yes, it was Trey Lance's first major time as a in the preseason was against the Raiders. He scored.
Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna turn on the light.
Okay.
I need a light.
Yep.
So what do you see real quick? It's 49ers.
You got the AFC West.
Much about the preseason.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing to take away from it is it's all AFC West teams.
Like, oh my God, they get to play against Russell Wilson and Sean Payton. Russell Wilson for about a drive or two, so if at all.
Yeah.
Chargers. Okay, week 1, we got the Steelers on Fox.
And that's that's in Pittsburgh. Okay. Wow, first 2 weeks away.
Yeah, the Niners, I don't know if you know, but I think every year they start off like the first two games are away games. At least it's been like this for a while. And I've heard that the Niners kind of unofficially announce, or not announce, but they unofficially ask to start off on the road because it's too hot in Santa Clara. Excuse me.
Oh, okay.
It's too hot in Santa Clara for the first 2 games, or I guess in August and early September.
It definitely gets hot. The sun just beats on you. So.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, the Santa Clara sun, it's just it's like a little bit of a different animal. Like
it's different.
They've got they like have a theme park over there. It's called Great America. I go there from time to time, and like honestly, even on a day where it's not really that hot in the Bay Area, the sun can be out, and you'll start to feel it in your cheeks by the end of the day, in these cheeks. Okay.
Yeah, well, but some might feel it in both sets of cheeks.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. So we're at Pittsburgh,
and then at LA.
So I think the Niners probably win that game. Even though I don't know who the quarterback is, I feel pretty good about that. Well, the Niners, they start off slow. It doesn't even matter who's the quarterback. It could be Jimmy. It can be Trey. Hell, all right, Sam, break a leg.
Oh. Well, I hope it's not Jimmy.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
because we don't have a quarterback.
Well, you should hope that it's Jimmy, so you can have $26 million back or whatever it is. But
yeah.
No, honestly, I think Jimmy will be fine for you guys. He's going to be a good bridge quarterback.
That's exactly what I was looking for. So, yeah.
So, I like our chances against Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
You know,
your defense. Yeah.
I never really liked Kenny Pickett that much. And, you know, we've got a good defense. So, I'm not really worried about week 1. We got week 2 against the Rams.
They might earn themselves the first overall pick. Just saying right now.
The Rams?
The Rams, yeah. Unless Stafford goes out there and says, "No, I'm still him," you know. But I mean, he's been having some weird injury issues going on, including his back. It's like I don't know what's going on there. They have
nicking my back.
Cam Akers is the same thing at running back. It's like, you know, they have Cooper Kupp, but that's besides Aaron Donald, that's it. Their defense is like, besides Aaron Donald, on paper, the worst defense in football right now, I'd say.
Yeah.
And I don't think their offensive line.
Do they still have Ramsey?
Either. No. Dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't even have well, Ramsey was kind of washed anyway. But so I'm not really worried about the Rams either. Honestly, the Niners could very well start off 2-0. These would be two really good games to get Trey Lance's feet wet. Kyle Shanahan, take a hint, huh? No.
How about week 3 on
one
Thursday?
Arm Brock and you're gonna get him hurt again, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be in LA. So we got one road game, one home game on the road.
Yeah. Hey, true. Thursday, week 3.
Yeah. Against the New York Giants.
So your first home games. That's cool. Sorry, your first home game's a primetime game.
Primetime.
That's cool.
I like the Niners in that one. It's going to sound like I'm just going to say Niners over and over. New York's going to be the first harder opponent. I think their defense is pretty good. I like Daboll as a head coach.
Yeah.
That's I think the Steelers is right.
Yeah, you're correct.
Okay.
I think the Steelers are sneaky, but I agree with you. I think it's also just hard to say against most teams. Like, yeah, I see the Niners losing here. It's like with their defense, you know, the real question is quarterback, like we've talked about. You know, that's where it's going to get tricky. But looking on paper, so far I see 3-0.
Unless Kenny Pickett takes a huge jump in year 2, I think I just see the 49ers kind of containing him.
Yeah.
So let's see here. The Arizona Cardinals. I mean, Kyler's still going to be out. I don't even know if D-Hop's going to be on the team.
Right.
That's going to be a home game. I think the Niners probably walk away with this one. And they're going to have a lot of confidence coming off the first 3 weeks, hopefully. Yeah. But they always start slow. So that's why it's just like, I don't know. Right. But I'm hopeful that they can start 4-0. How about that?
Yeah.
Then they got the Cowboys.
Sunday
and that's
Night Football.
At home.
Wow.
Okay. This is where I think okay, so it's Sunday Night Football. This is where I think, let's just say it is Trey Lance. This is where I think you're running into a harder defense. Brock Purdy didn't just like waltz all over the Cowboys in the defense, and Brock Purdy hit the ground running, and the offense, you know, the entire team was already meshing at the right time. The Niners, they won in the playoffs, but this is where you might see a little bit of a growing pain if it's Trey Lance. If it's Brock Purdy, this might be the week that he comes back, for all I know. I don't know what his timeline is, but I heard that he could be out the first 4 weeks. I don't know exactly like how it's going to work out.
Right. I mean, you got to just hope if you guys are 4-0, I think that would be the hot hand right there. You know, it's like, again, why rush Brock Purdy? If you guys are 4-0, clearly Trey Lance is doing something right. You know,
yeah,
that would be this. That's where I'm like, I'm not bringing him out until he proves me that I need to. You know,
hopefully he's going to be more comfortable, but this one is one where I could see the Niners losing.
Yeah, their defense is sneaky.
And it pains me to say that because we beat the Cowboys in the playoffs the past 2 years. Mm-hmm. But the regular season, it's just it's a whole different animal, you know. Yeah. And Trey hasn't. I don't think Trey has proven himself against a great defense, but I'm hoping that these first 4 weeks will get him prepared for Week 5.
Yeah, I think the Steelers is a good first little, judgment. The Steelers defense is always kind of a sneaky good. They're going to be hard hitting, smart.
Please, God, don't let it be in a monsoon.
Right. One note that I have just about all this so far is, you go the first 2 weeks away and then 3 straight home games, 2 of them being in prime time. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And all right, if Week 5 is with Sam Darnold at the helm, then this might be the game where if they start 4-0, this might be the game where Sam Darnold starts to maybe throw a couple interceptions because I don't think the Cowboys defense is really that bad. And, we could see a couple turnovers. I don't know. I think they'll win, but my gut is telling me it's not a lock. It's not a lock. Is what I'll say. Week 6 against the Browns. At the Browns.
I don't really think their defense is going to be special. It's really all a matter of if Deshaun Watson gets back to his old form,
Yeah.
Week 7 though.
I mean, Week 6 could be a problem because Nick Chubb is a fantastic running back.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper is a really good wide receiver. There are going to be some players on the Niners who are going to get banged up in the first couple of weeks. Like, that's just football. The same thing with the Browns too. But the 49ers, for whatever reason, they're made of you have to wrap them in bubble wrap sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to...
I would give you guys the win against the Browns.
As of right now, but that's another one where I'm not going to make an official prediction now. But that's sort of just we'll find out more as we get there.
Yeah, I think that's a game where Deshaun Watson being on a hot streak can completely flip that to, whoa, the Browns are on fire. I think the Browns beat the Niners. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. Here's another team. I really think that. I don't know if I'm ever going to pick the Niners to lose on here, but that's just me being a fan, right? I think the Vikings could give them problems because they're going to be a very pass-first team. But at the same time, if Kirk Cousins is still in there, which he probably will be, the pass rush is really going to be the game changer in that game. So
yeah,
I like the Niners versus the Vikings too. The Bengals, that's going to be tougher because it's going to be similar to the Vikings, but it's going to be a home game. The Vikings. Oh, hold on. Hey, we're going to fuck Monday. The Vikings Monday night.
Oh, yeah.
I hope Kirk Cousins is in there, dude.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. I made a joke with, should I say the joke?
I forget the joke. I do remember laughing hard about it, but I forget the exact.
You know what? I'll just say it.
Yeah.
We gotta throw a bone to our audience, but I sort of have a theory on why Kirk Cousins plays like crap on Monday night. Like I think that he plays all these football games on Sundays, and this is just I could be completely wrong. So Kirk, if you ever watch this, if I'm right, you don't have to admit it. If I'm wrong, I'm probably 99.999% wrong. But every Sunday night, your wife puts on a strap on, huh? You can't walk the next day, and that's why you play like shit on Monday night. Huh?
Oh God,
that's probably a Sunday night ritual.
Oh,
hey.
Yes,
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. So, Kirk Cousins' lawyers, if you see this, I don't really have much. So
all I remembered was that it was a joke involving his wife. I completely forgot the strap on.
yeah. I think verbatim I said like, oh yeah, he probably gets pegged down on Sunday nights after the game, to celebrate a victory, and then Monday night he's just like, yeah, he's like kind of limping in the pocket.
Can I say something real quick?
You're cool. Kyle Shanahan really has wanted you ever since he's been here. So
yeah,
if Kyle likes you, we all, I guess, have to when you inevitably come.
What are you talking about? Which way?
Oh,
sorry. I will say one thing about the schedule that I've seen so far. The only two games that I look at that are real, like, likelihoods, if you will, that the Niners might lose those games is the Cowboys in week 5 and the Bengals in week 8. And both of those games are at home. I mean, the Vikings could beat you guys, sure, but we already talked about Monday Night Kirk. I don't see it happening unless maybe Justin Jefferson takes the game over or something. But again, I don't see it. They also might get rid of Dalvin Cook, apparently. And it's like, if they do that, they're not going to run on the Niners, and then they're going to have to depend on Kirk Cousins. So anyways, I think it's pretty nice schedule so far for the Niners. The two toughest games that I've seen are at home. So carry on.
So, all right, we've got Bengals. I think that's going to be a tough one for the 49ers. If they've already won 7 in a row,
it's fine.
Maybe they could, probably. I mean, that would be a good test against Cincinnati. But since I don't know who the quarterback is going to be, I'm just going to go ahead and say that the Bengals might pull that one out.
Yeah, I'll give this one to the Bengals.
Okay, so I mean, I could still see the Niners winning because it's a home game, but
yeah,
I mean, they're not going to go 17-0, so I better shut my trap.
The Jaguars are a very interesting team this season as well.
I could see that being a very physical game.
Yeah, I could see it being a very fun game to watch.
Yeah, Trent Baalke's going to want his revenge. He's like,
yeah, true.
He's like, I'm so jealous. The Niners got to play Kirk after he got pegged. But it's a morning game. Give me the Niners. Let's see here. We got Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think the Bucs are going to be awful. Give me the Niners.
Okay.
So we got 10-1, I think, right now.
Yeah. Can I say something about Week 12?
Yes.
This is on Thanksgiving.
Do I need to pull up the Richard Sherman eating turkey after beating the Niners? That was a fun memory, I guess.
I just think this was one of the interesting games to me, is that they're playing a division rival on Thanksgiving at 5:20. It's the prime game. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so while the rest of my family's eating dinner, I'm going to be sitting in front of the TV.
Yeah,
I'm going to be getting seconds after.
Yeah.
But, at Seattle Seahawks, Niners always have trouble in Seattle. And I think the Seahawks are honestly going to be good this year.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be another toss-up. And that's going to be another one where who's going to be the quarterback? So you don't really know. Niners dismantled the Seahawks in the playoffs, though, but the Seahawks got better.
Yeah.
I still like the 49ers in that one. Are you still with me, Mike?
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still like the 49ers in that one. Eagles in Philadelphia. I'm going to say...
Coming off a Thursday night game, so you get extra rest.
Yeah.
Also, did we skip the bye week by any chance? I kind of feel like maybe we didn't notice.
Yes, week 9. Week 9's the bye week, and then going to Jacksonville.
Yeah, that's right in the middle of the schedule.
I think the Eagles, as long as they're not having a huge Super Bowl hangover this year, and as long as Jalen Hurts isn't like, oh, I got paid, so like I'm sort of a made man. Like if he's still hungry, like for a Super Bowl, the Eagles fans are really tough. It's a hard place to play, especially if the Eagles are good. Yeah, I'm going to give that one to the Eagles. I think that Debo's been kind of talking shit, and I don't know. It just kind of it screams to me a game where the fan base is going to try to make excuses on why the Niners should have won, or make excuses on why they played like shit, something like that, like how the NFC Championship kind of ended. So, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to chalk this up to the Eagles. And then Seahawks at home. If we don't beat them the first time, I think we'll beat them the second time. I don't see them beating us twice. Then again, who the hell is the quarterback? Give me the Niners.
I think by this point in the season, we'll know who the quarterback is, and whoever it is will be the hot hand. So I feel like at this point, it'll be good for the Niners.
Yeah. Also, if the 49ers do indeed follow what I said in terms of their record thus far, they're going to be playing hard to try and get the 1 seed. These are going to be like playoff games. Yeah. They're going to want to get the first round bye. Yeah. So losing to the Eagles, I mean, honestly, they could even win. They could even win against the Eagles. Like I wouldn't be shocked one way or another.
That's the thing about the Niners roster is you can chalk any of these games up as a win, and I'd say, yeah, makes sense. It's just the quarterback question. But once we get to the season, we know who the quarterback is. We see how they play the first couple of weeks. We'll know.
So I think they win against Seattle. I think they steamroll Arizona. I don't really like their head coach that much. And honestly, they don't look so competent right now.
If it's not the Rams, I think the likelihood, even like take the Rams out of it, the likelihood is the Cardinals will have the first overall pick this year. That's the way I look at them.
The Ravens, probably going to be a tough game because the Niners always struggle against mobile quarterbacks. They
another home game though.
Their pass rush comes up field a lot, and so it creates a lot of running lanes. Yeah. And so I'm going to go ahead and say if Eric Armstead is playing defensive end, just chalk that up as a loss right there. Eric Armstead is a fantastic football player. I'm not saying that he's not. I just think he's much better on the interior than he is on the playing defensive end. And I think part of the reason why the 49ers struggle when they play mobile quarterbacks is because you'll have Eric Armstead trying, he makes an impact on the defensive line. Even if he doesn't record a sack, I think he's a very disruptive player. I think he gets too much depth in the backfield, and I don't think it works out against a team like the Ravens. It's going to be another Monday night game, so we won't have sore Kirk Cousins. It should be a fun game to watch. I'll be taking, at this moment right now, because I don't know the quarterback, but you know what? We will know much more about the situation by then.
It's a Monday night game at home, but I will say the Ravens have gotten better this offseason.
Yeah.
You can chalk it as a loss because of Lamar Jackson. That's fine with me. But all of these games that we're saying they might be a loss, I think they're going to be great games, period.
Yeah, they could most definitely be wins. So, Washington Commanders, just give that to the Niners. I don't really have faith in whoever their quarterback's going to be. I don't really think Sam Howell is going to be that good.
Yeah.
And then Los Angeles Rams, just give me a win right there. So,
I think that
first round pick this year.
What's that?
Do the Rams have a first round pick this year?
This might be the first year that they do. I feel like this past draft was the final year of the Jared Goff and Matt Stafford trade for them. I will say just the final week of the season for the Niners. If I'm a Niner fan, I'm happy that that's the Rams or Cardinals, but it's the Rams. instead of the Seahawks, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because the Seahawks would be that team that plays spoiler. I mean, the Rams can. You probably would have preferred to see the Cardinals here, but I just don't see much of the Rams this season. So, and I really do think they have nothing to play for. They're not going to go out there and win a Super Bowl. They're in a tough division with the Niners and Seahawks. If they finally do have a first round pick, they might be thinking, "Hey, let's try to go get a quarterback. You know, let's reload."